ratio down yet, and if I could first try it.
Alrighty. It is time for the shadow. So welcome everybody. We are going to be doing the expert mode speedrun without any glitches, or to our best that we can. Basically how this run's going to work is we go through every single stage one at a time. No bosses, unfortunately. And every stage is a little bit harder. Every stage is only has one objective. Most of the time it's just get to the end, but sometimes they change it up on you. And yeah, should be good fun. So I can start the run right now. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so one thing I forgot to mention, expert mode you unlock by getting all the A ranks in the game. You don't actually have to beat the whole game. You don't have to find that last final story. It is just get all the A ranks. So first I'm going to take damage here intentionally so I can get this light dash here. And by doing this little maneuver, I'm able to get past here about 2 seconds faster. And yeah, so our objective here is going to be get as many hero points as possible. I want your gun. Give me your gun. Thank you. So you'll see on the top right that my blue meter is starting to fill up as I kill more aliens. So I'm just going to make sure I get as many as possible. Okay, I missed one, but that should be fine. There's a little bit of a buffer. Alright, now that I'm through, I'm going to do this quick spin dash jump here. And I'm going to use Chaos Control from here. So, Chaos Control is the power you get when you get a good guy meter. And I'm going to stop it early, because if I use this just right, which I track there a little bit. Chaos Control here, this part, but not as big of a time loss as other things could be, so okay. I'm gonna grab Omochao, the gun, the only useful Omochao. This Omochao will use its head to ricochet around and blast objects out of my way. You'll notice here that the gold ring's missing. That's because it's actually further down. Yeah, so not every stage is drastically changed, but they're all a little bit harder to the casual player, and they're all show off more of the game. Oh, get that gold ring. Okay. First stage down. I can raise my mic a bit. I can probably do that for you. Okay. There are also golden beetles in expert mode, yes. Though they're not always useful. Alright, welcome to the internet. I think in this case we're in the guns computer, supercomputer mainframe thing. I don't know. I've paid attention to the story, but all we need to do is get to the end. So I'm going to be skipping a lot of things because I don't need to worry about them point-wise. This little section here is a little bit different. And okay, we're good. Just going to make my way up here, and I'm going to time this a little bit. If I go too fast, I'll skip it, and then I have to like fall back down onto it to actually get across. Alright, back onto the internet. These are firewalls. Giant walls of fire. They're trying to stop me, but thanks to Shadow's ring mechanic of only losing 10 rings at a time, it's they're not really much of a threat, just so long as I maintain my ring count. Yeah, imagine playing this game where you lose all your rings all the time. Ugh. Oh, okay. So, moving on here, I'm going to skip these gun beetles real quick. And we're going to grab this egg vacuum. Now, the Oma shotgun, the egg vacuum, and some other weapons we'll be seeing across this run, they're all known as special weapons, and you unlock them during the playthroughs you do in the normal story mode. So as you complete more neutral missions, you get, or neutral endings, you get the egg vacuum, heal cannons, all the good guy routes, and yeah, this is a new game plus run. Obviously, because you wouldn't be able to play expert mode on a brand new file right away without unlocking everything. But also, it lets me use the special weapons, and it allows me to open up these key doors, secret doors here, and utilize some shortcuts. Now, one thing you saw me do there was I used the egg vacuum off towards some other area, and I managed to grab one of those giant worm creatures that are in this game. And one thing that's nice about this Japanese version is that it's a slightly newer build, so I can't use some of those major glitches, but they also had a bug where those worms are able to be vacuumed up a little bit faster. So having that available to us allows us to speed things up a little bit, not too much, but enough for it to matter when you're trying to squeeze out every last second. Okay, making my way through here. There's a few more enemies here I'm gonna grab. Good. Alright, now we just have to make our way across here. Gotta be very careful. If you don't hit all of them, you don't get to continue on. Okay, we are good. Alright, there's another worm in the center here where the gold ring would normally be for the stage. I'm gonna grab him real quick, just like that. Jump into this searchlight and make our way into the warp point. So now the gold ring is now in this dark section. So we can use the egg vacuum here to get past these electric shields that these beetles have. So they're not a problem. And I'm going to grab the heal cannon here. Oh, wrong. wrong route. One thing that's a little challenging about running this game and all the different variations of this game is that you have to learn several routes for several missions in several levels. So if I slip up here every once in a while, I'll try to recover as fast as I can. In that case, that wasn't really that much of a big deal. Okay, Glyphic Canyon. So we are going to just kind of run through the stage as fast as we can, not really utilizing any special powers. We're going to wait till near the very end to use that, to make the best use of it. So I'm going to grab an egg vacuum here, and vacuum up some aliens along the way. Now, we lost the ramp there, so if you're not careful, you're just going to run off. Yeah, but everything else is more or less the same as a normal story mission. I'm gonna ignore all these guys, because if you get too many points too soon, then that's also a major problem, because your timer starts when you get a full meter, and it starts slowly draining away at you. So, wait 1 second, there's another... definitely make sure I get this, thank you. That's normally a ramp too, so you better believe everyone dies there the first time. I got another cool little trick here. We're gonna utilize the slope with a spin up. Nope, I do not like that. Let's try that one again. Slope, high jump, and we just skip a whole like section of the stage, just like that. Okay, so there's supposed to be platforms here. We don't have them, but that's okay. I'm just going to skip this whole section too, just like that. And now I got Chaos Control exactly where I want it. So we're going to skip all of this, Stop here real quick. Keep vacuuming up some enemies so I can maintain that meter. And we're going to skip all of this. That's all nice and dandy. And now I'm going to skip all this section because those flying rocks can be very troublesome. But now we're at the end of the stage, just like that. Please don't be in my way, thank you. Alright, starting good. Alright, what's the next stage? Next stage is Circus Park? No, it's Lethal Highway. Okay, this one's a fun one. Unlike some of the other missions and ways of playing the stage, we actually get to like run through it all at like really high speed, so that'll be real fun. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some weapons. So I'm gonna just take that guy out, get that, take out these guys for their points, and now I'm gonna get a fire shield here. That item box is on like a local timer, so as long as I enter that area around the same time and speed, I should be able to get the item I want just by waiting the appropriate amount of time. So now with this fire shield, I basically deal 1 point of damage to everything around me before it can do damage to me, which is very nice for these larva creatures. And then basically any of the other environmental objects in my way. This game has a really fun time with just stopping you in your tracks if you stub your toe on like a safety cone. So fire shield is awesome. You can grab the egg vacuum here because the egg vacuum is just a fantastic weapon that lets you focus more on your movement and not so much on killing things. As it's basically you vacuum it or you don't, and we'll see that coming up here soon. Just gotta make my way down, dodge all the things. Yep, that safety cone did. He was supposed to just blow up. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a few more enemies here. Good. Just run through all that. Make my way down here. Now that Black Hawk there cannot be vacuumed up, so he's running away. But the warriors I was able to vacuum up, so all is well. I'm gonna make my way up here. There's some more warriors to vacuum up. Just like that. And, okay, looking at my meter, I can safely grab another person right here. I mean, that's a Black Hawk too. Why was I not... I'm not going to try to think about it too much. Try not to think too much about this game. There's some logical fallacies in this game that I need, like, the smallest thing. Thank you. Jeez. Like one little like barnacle thing and I would have been fine. The routes are pretty tight sometimes, so it's just what you gotta do to go fast. Alright, we're almost out of here. Just gotta do some loops. Don't try to skip these with jumps. You don't go anywhere but your death. And we're out of here. Alright, coming up next is Cryptic Castle. And Cryptic Castle it's one of my favorite stages in the game because there's a lot of movement based stuff you can do and just a lot of tricks. A lot of different mechanics to show off. Make my way up here, thank you. Alright, so we're gonna skip this whole tower section here by just jumping off and then using a stored homing attack to get back in bounds. I'm gonna make my way through here. Now there's this sword-like object known as a torch that I'm trying to pick up with my... Thank you. So the mechanic in this stage is you're using the torch to break or set fires to the lanterns. Unfortunately, that's pretty much the only time I need to use it right now. But for the dark mission, you would utilize that a lot. Just gonna do a quick spin dash there. And we're going to do a quick spin dash here. This is a section you're not really supposed to be in for expert, but You're normally supposed to do this without falling down there. Okay, so now we're back up here. And we're now in the Black Hawk Star Fox-like section. And here I am going to try to get as many of these kills as possible. Okay, we got one. I'm going to try to stay low down here. Get these guys. Got him too, nice. Perfect. All the kills I needed. That can be decently hard sometimes. So now for all these points, I'm going to be able to... Ooh, that jumped in really work. Make my way over here, get you and you. Grab that guy. Oh, come on, I was charging a spin dash there. Thank you. There we go. Alright, so with this gas control, I'm going to skip all this section here. Here, 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 and here. I'm going to quickly make my way up here, kind of use my chaos control button a bunch, and that'll get me into the secret pathway without having to use the key door. Not really a glitch, it's just something everybody can do. It's just the way the game's set up. Okay, break the doors. He exploded. He doesn't normally explode. But that's okay, we're good, we're good. Alright, making our way up here. So when you're on a rail like this, basically just mash the X button. And you go faster and faster. That giant skeleton monster that's supposed to be chasing us, he is, he's deloaded now. And just like that, we're at the end. So yeah, really fun stage. A lot of different objectives in the story mode. The expert's pretty cool too. Okay, Prison Island. Prison Island is one of those stages in expert mode that changes quite a bit. And you'll see what I mean. Okay. Classic. That's a thing I do sometimes when I just don't want to continue running for whatever reason. I don't usually get to decide that, but that's just a thing that happens. Okay, so I'm going to be taking out a bunch of these gun units. We're going to utilize the dark power later on. We're also going to be killing these black aliens because I'm going to need their hero points for later on. So you may have noticed already the kind of like the fencing and the enemy placements quite a bit different. A lot of more stuff in your way. I'll take that guy out too. These two. Okay, so I got a good chunk of ammo. Hello, Omochao. Welcome back. Omochao is really nice for these sections because with his ricochet, he just bounces around to all the different. Oh, get on that. Oh, please. Let me up. Thank you. All these little larva things, they'll bounce around on those. So that's really nice. I'm gonna make sure I get those. Good. Okay. We use chaos control here real quick. Make our way over here really, really fast. And I need to kill these three. That worm would not... Okay. I am going to use chaos control extending, which should have worked here. Okay. So basically... You get a certain amount of distance, regardless of your meter, when you use chaos control. So there, I got really close, and I just waited to that last second to utilize it again to gain a little bit of extra distance. And that basically prevented me from having to do a whole other section. So hooray, we get to keep going fast. We're now in Dark Shadow mode. If it wasn't clear already from some of our last levels, with the invincibility, Dark Shadow, Hero Shadow, infinite ammo, invincibility, so just running across the Acid River without needing to worry about your ammo, all great things. Okay, I should have enough stored up here that I can make across this last stretch. Like so, but now I'm out of power and I need to use this air saucer for the rest of the stage. Down we go. I'm just gonna jump off real quick here. I wish I was derpy faced. Alright, that's the stage. Alright, now up next is Circus Park. Basically, we're going column by column, top to bottom. So we're in the last stage of the stage 3s. And our stage 4s will start after this. Okay, hit the guys, hit the guys. Good. I've been getting really confused with this stage because I've been doing a lot of hero mission for this stage, and you ignore those guys when you do that. So now I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to do a quick spin dash high jump here. Basically, if I hadn't explained it already, the spin dash high jump is going really fast horizontally and just hitting a slope while jumping, and that basically makes you go up instead of forwards. So you can get we can get to some pretty crazy places there with that. I'm gonna grab the egg vacuum again because everything I need to kill and get up. You didn't spawn. Rude. Everything we need to kill can be easily killed with the egg vacuum. That's all good. Okay, we're good. We're good. You're gonna make me do this anyways. That's fine. As long as we're living. Alright, so the main challenge in this stage, and everything is more or less the same, except for this one part near the end, where it's like Mega Master Expert platforming section, and I don't want to do that. So we're gonna keep this chaos meter almost full right into the last section. The game didn't load! What? Okay, 1 second. Wow, it just straight up crashed. I've never seen that. Like, first, it didn't load my stage. And now it didn't want to keep playing. Okay, okay. Let me in. That is so weird. What's the hashtag that's never happened before or something? Something like that? We'll try to get back into it as soon as we can. So yeah, so I was hoping just to be able to quit out and join back in and have that not be a problem. Because I've had it where it will, what's the word I'm looking for? I've had it where if I just restart the stage, it doesn't help at all. So quitting out, I think, was my only option there. But now that I had to reset the console anyways, that was going to be the next step. So we just... Yeah, no, Shadow's not been behaving very well this marathon. But we're going to keep going, because eventually it behaves. Alright, so everything I said before, we're doing the jump. Sometimes I miss the jump, and that's okay. No, I don't want to pick up the bomb. Get the bomb out of... Oh my god. I'm just... Oh, I should have waited. There we go. Just like that. Wow, Shadow is really not being nice this marathon. But that was not really my fault. That was so weird. But we'll try to keep or catch up as quickly as we can. So get the egg vacuum, get the enemies here. I have an extra kill somewhere? I was at 1200 last time. Okay, shouldn't matter that much so long as I keep an eye on things. I think I only want to get that guy. There's like 3 guys at the end and I'm gonna need all at once. So no more killing. Yes, thank God for the continuing option. I do have a backup in the form of like practicing codes, cheat codes I developed to help practice expert mode and everything that we could use to continue on if it came down to that, but it would have been pretty bad for just about anyone else. Okay. Stop vacuuming up things you don't need. Nope, I don't need that. I want to go fast. Okay, if we now look below Shadow, right now, that whole section, this is the whole reason we waited to use Chaos Control, to skip that section and only that section. Everything else is pretty much normal. Oh, please. Let me up. Okay. Get out of my way. Make my way up. Okay. Safely grab that. The last thing I need is to die right at the end of the stage. Okay, we're doing good. Zoom. The egg vacuum's a little weird on these paths. It's like to stay like stationary, which I guess is maybe like a reference to the fact that chicken heads do that. I never really thought about it like that. Maybe that's why they did that. I'm not sure if any of the other guns work that way. Alrighty. Central City. This is one of those stages where the end objective is not a goal ring. So there's a lot of different possibilities, but for expert there's only one way out, and that is going to be to destroy these big bombs that are guarded behind cases. So I need to kill a series of enemies to unlock the cage. Just like that. And I can continue on. Get on that before it goes up. Thank you very much. Skip that section. Oh, 3 bullets, that's not enough. I'm gonna have to punch the guy now. So here I go. Up to this next section. 1, 2, 3, punch and stuff. Okay. So now I'm just gonna use this bazooka to take out the rest of these enemies here. There's some enemies spawning off screen I'm just gonna shoot back and forth at. And then we got some guys here. 2 guys are spawning above me, so I'm going to use the Chaos Blast to hit them before they have a chance to land. The only useful case of Chaos Blast that's not for collecting keys and stuff. Oh, nope, I want the most powerful weapon in the game. This is the Shadow Rifle. You get this by completing the last story, and it basically destroys anything that could be on the ground normally. I'm gonna get that over there. So these black oaks are like super powerful, just melted. I'm gonna climb up this pole really, really fast, but just continuously jumping. Gonna do a spin dash high jump to get past this wall. This is a little bit of a faster way of completing the next few bombs. Just like that. There's a way for me to do a spin dash from here to up there, but that scares me, so I don't. And just have to wait to kill these guys. Very slowly. Eventually. Thank you. I'll do a quick series of quick jumps here to get down. And we're done. Alright, that was Central City. Up next is The Doom. This is one of those flashback stages. And the stage is a really big maze, and they have a what do you call? There's a shortcut you can take, and for the normal stages, it's a what do you call? There's like a switch you can use to open up the shortcut, but here we don't have the switch, so I need to be a little more creative about my methods, especially since I can't go out of bounds. That's against the glitchless rules. So I'm gonna grab these flames, I'm gonna grab the heal cannon here, which lets me heal my allies for points. Just like that. I'm gonna hide over here as those guys make their way closer to me. Thank you. I'm gonna use the chaos control right next to the door for the shortcut. And now if I'm careful, I can make my way back, getting points along the way. Few more points. Yeah, we're good. So now I can just use chaos control here, just like we would on a normal stage, and make it up to this ending spot. And I have to heal all these researchers, which is the actual objective of the stage. Now in the story mode, those researchers are scattered all over the place. But in Expert, they troll you, and they put them all in one spot, where there's never been a researcher. So, it's funny when you find that out. Oh boy, Sky Troops. You might realize that some of this stuff looks familiar. Those temples that we saw in Glyphic Canyon, these are them. They are flying fortresses that just happen to be in the earth for some reason. So, now we're on them. I'm gonna get that guy behind me. I'm gonna use the Shadow Rifle for all of this stage, because we need to take out some black oaks like that without having to slow down at all. Up, no, forwards. Forwards. Like, I don't understand. What? Have I mentioned yet that I hate light ring paths in this game? It seemed pretty obvious the direction that they wanted you to go in. But with the way this game is coded, it's, anything goes, apparently. You can go up on a single ring, despite the ring path being very much not that direction. It's something you get used to over time. Alright, so we got most of our hero points at this point, and we're just gonna wait until we get down here where there's one guy, and I'm just gonna shoot him immediately, and then we're gonna use chaos control to skip all of this. All of this. Look at all that. Gone. Gone. I'm gonna skip that successfully. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, so a nice thing about chaos control is that there's certain sections where even if you run out of the meter, you just get to keep going because they don't want to drop you down unsafely. So you can utilize that there. So I got enough ammo here to get another set of hero points to do another chaos control for later. Just happens to work out that way. I'm curious sometimes if they do that on purpose, but you don't know. It could just be a coincidence. You'd be surprised how many things seem like they're perfectly lined up, but they're just coincidences. Alright, I'm gonna shoot these three here. Jump into my death. Actually, we're gonna use chaos control. That's really fun to do. Okay. Just gotta run past this section here. Make our way to the goal ring. Just like that. Okay, next stage coming up. This is the Mad Matrix stage, the one in the Internet of Eggman's computers. And this stage normally has 3 objectives. One is to take out giant bombs. That takes forever, but it's totally fine to do. The other one is hitting like all the different terminals, each of like the towers, and then one is a goal ring. But because of the way this level is laid out, the best objective they decided here was to do the hero mission. So you had to go through all the different towers. So that will be our objective here. Just gonna make my way past all these blockades and fun stuff. I want that, no! Fun fact about those bars, they are on a global timer. The same timer you see up in the middle of the top screen. They are controlled by that. If you freeze that timer, they freeze themselves. I almost invalidated this run too. That would have been bad. There's a very easy out of bounds trick you can do there to skip having to do that puzzle. which is really fun to use, but obviously is out of balance and therefore a glitch and therefore cheating. We're gonna grab the egg vacuum here. There's not a whole lot of enemies in this stage, but there's a lot of egg pawns and they can be healed for hero points. So we'll be doing that at every opportunity, or most opportunities at least. So I have this path memorized, but if you were to look up what the stage is, you would or the mapping of the stage, it's actually very symmetrical. So you only have to really memorize half and remember which half of the stage you're on. It's really not all that bad. Okay, making my way through here. Gotta get another couple of heals. So, fun fact about these puzzles, you don't have to match all the colors differently from the starting position. They just all have to match after you touch them. So, instead of jumping around in a very difficult area, just don't. Another fun fact about the heal cannon, you can heal your enemies, and then they won't attack you. So that worm I made sure that I healed is not currently barraging me with like 80 lasers or missiles, which would have been not fun right here with like no room to walk around. Alright, so that's yellow tower? I'm pretty sure it's yellow tower. We always get confused about if it's yellow or orange tower, because if you just look at it, you'd understand why. And I think it's officially yellow tower. There's some dialogue in the game that specifies that. I just don't remember exactly where it is. Also, it's in Japanese right now, so I wouldn't be able to know if they say it. Alright, making our way to Red Tower. If we were doing a normal story run of this game, this is where the goal ring would be, to just exit the computers. Oh no. You messed up my cool pattern there. Okay. Heal these two. These are the last two heals we're gonna do before we pretty much end the run. Okay. Another neat little trick. If you hold down the R button, you can just walk while aiming forward. I use this all the time. It is amazing. Like, these weapons, like the launchers, grenade launchers, heal cannon, very much easier to aim when you don't have to worry about it changing in any random direction because of how you moved. So, we'll hit the red terminal here and get ourselves out of here. Okay, out we go. Alright, as I mentioned earlier, there are firewalls. These are them, but we only take 10 rings of damage, so I can just blast through them without having to care. Like one day, I figured that there's a mod already in progress for this, but I'd like to try an expert mode where you actually lose all your rings and see how that changes things up. Another thing I want to do later on, and it's probably not going to be till later this year, is I'm going to try to do all these different speedruns this game can do, but without any of these special weapons, which is good to know for other categories and stuff, but I'll get back to that later. We're going to use Chaos Control here, and I'm going to stop it. Definitely make sure I am loading, okay? Use it here. We just get the gigantic, slow auto-scroller, so hooray. Up. Okay. Good. Gonna hit that, gonna hit this. Okay. And we're out of here. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, so later this year, I want to do no special weapons, all the categories. Expert mode is going to be the funnest one because every single stage uses one. So I'm curious how that's going to turn out. So if you're interested in that, definitely head over to my Twitch stream and give it a follow, because I do Shadow all the time. It's my favorite game for some reason, and we'll eventually get around to doing that, and that'll be That'll be good fun. So now we're in Death Ruins. This stage is just to get to the goal ring, but we're basically going to kill most of the enemies along the way because I need their hero points to go fast. We got the egg vacuum here. There's going to be some collateral damage with the gun allies. That's really unfortunate, but it just means I have a little red meter, and I'm not, so long as I don't get too many red things before I fill up my blue meter, it's going to work out in the end. So this stage is a little bit different, but it's actually like not really that much at all, especially if in the parts that are changed, I'm just going to skip them. Give a well-timed chaos control. So I'm just gonna grab an audio. I've had to do like 3 different versions of this stage lately, so I get a little confused on what I'm supposed to do. Those guys are in the floor. Help. Alright, using chaos control. When you're using chaos control normally, you just do environmental damage. So I'm just grabbing shit and getting kills and points that allow me to keep going. So I'm just gonna take this loop here because I don't really trust myself to skip this loop faster than actually just doing the stage. And that's the end of Death Ruins. Alright, so that's the end of the stage 4s. So now we're coming up to the stage 5s. Yes, so this is the first stage in the stage 5s. This is the Arc. And the Arc is pretty much break time. This is, I just fly, and I don't run into stuff, and I run into things I want to run into. But otherwise, we just kind of chill. Listen to the awesome music. That is a remix of the final rush stage, if you listen carefully. And, yeah. It's good times. One thing that we do in like the other categories that allow glitches, that we can just kind of maneuver our way out of bounds and fall to the end. It's pretty ridiculous that all the different Sonic Adventure games have something like that. But yeah, now we just jam. Yeah, if you could hear the melody there, you can totally hear the reference to the final rush. Da 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 da. And now somebody starts rapping, and then now it's over. I think, I forget where, an old runner found a sound clip, and I happen to have it somewhere. But I think it's like a Jet Set Radio rapping sequence. At least that's where they got the sample for it. Okay, gonna hit this just like that. Good. I'm gonna hit the very top of this, so I can get all 3 and make my way really far into here, because otherwise it takes ages. And we're done. I don't know for sure if it's the Jet Set Radio thing, but I feel like that's what it was. I don't know for sure. Alright, up next is Air Fleet. So, the way this stage works is that depending on if you want to like get out or kill the aliens or defeat the president, there's a couple different paths you can take. And this is basically get to the end, and we're gonna force you down some of those paths. So nothing too crazy. We got the shadow rifle here. because we have some black oaks we need to kill, and they need to melt and not take like 20 seconds to kill. Alright, just gonna get those guys. Here comes the black oaks. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, so I'm gonna make sure I get this guy here, but no others, because I want to not get chaos control too early. I'm gonna grab some extra ammo, and we're going to go real fast here. And now I want to use chaos control. I can cancel it here. Utilize, oh god. Utilize my invincibility to go across that electric rail without taking any damage. Now we're good. And get one of the two warriors there and that black oak. And now we're forced down this path. So I'm going to kill the gun soldiers here. And there's enough of them here that I can get my dark shadow power. Also, they will shoot you if you don't shoot them. And you don't want to be over a gap when they shoot you. Okay, so now with my invincibility, I'm just going to run across these lasers, and that's basically the only purpose. I can now just... I mean, I go fast, but also don't worry too much about utilizing most of my dark power. I just want to get to the end here for this cycle. And we're good. I need to make sure it disappears around here, because otherwise I can't get hero points. That was a weird camera. Okay, yeah, so when you're in Hero Shadow or Dark Shadow, you end up only being able to get points for that mode. So you definitely want to be careful about how you get your kills. Okay, one last chaos control. Make it all the way down here. And it's over. Alright, what stage is next? Oh, it's, the next stage is Iron Jungle. This one's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty linear stage. So we just want to do it as fast as we can. There's some minor differences, but nothing that will stop us. Like this would have been a problem. There's normally a ramp right in the beginning there, so you just kind of run off. Normally there's a higher platform for that second guy there. And they want you to go up, but I want to go this way, so I'm going to go that way. And I'm just going to mash the X button, and then I don't have to worry about the missing boost rings to gain enough speed. Okay, blast these guys out of my way, because they will own me. Please give me the gun I want, thank you. Alright, so I need to be like nearly frame perfect here with my use of chaos control. Because otherwise, I will not make it all the way past here. On the Xbox version of this game, the game loads a little bit easier, and you get a little more extra distance out of the chaos control. That you don't have to worry nearly as much about that, but for GameCube, you do need to worry. Fun fact, the PlayStation 2 version is the worst version for several reasons, but also, more importantly, if you use Chaos Control in the same spot on all three versions, oh, that's... You didn't stop, buddy. What the heck was that? Anyhow, if you use Chaos Control at the exact same spot in all three versions, what ends up happening is you don't go nearly as far on the Xbox version, or sorry, on the PS2 version. And like you think normally that's terrible. Why would anyone do this? Well, it was discovered that at least for a while before we had new tech, which I'll be showing off soon, for the stage space gadget, you could use your chaos control, not travel as far, but then be able to stop earlier in the stage and use that to go faster than all the other consoles, because you would be able to set yourself up in a certain spot faster than the other ones could. But now we don't really have to worry about that, thank God. It was so bad. Okay, so welcome to Space Gadget. We're in space. This is Ark in the present day. I'm just gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip all of this real quick. Don't mind me. Ah, you go forwards, not sideways. What are you doing? Have I mentioned I love this game? This is weird shit that happens. Alright, so we made it over here. There's a Chaos Control Orb I'm gonna hit. But you're supposed to... I don't know how they expect you to get it normally. I don't like that jump. Give me... one more jump. Come on. Okay. Gonna land here. Hold the strafe button, because the strafe button has an extra benefit of... locking the camera in place. And it makes me aim that better. And yeah, we get that Chaos Control Orb. Normally, if you're doing this in story mode, you just have to make sure that Sonic is your ally, because he will let you come down this way. And like unaffiliated and being with Black Doom will make you go down the dark path. And when you're doing expert, you're unaffiliated. So you'd go down the dark path, and the dark path is not supposed to be accessible. So that becomes very bad very quick. But we're just gonna make our way through here. Hello, secret door. Let me through. Thank you very much. So now I just skip the rest of the stage. Making my way down. Almost there. There we go. Yeah, fun times. So coming up next is Lost Impact. It's a stage with the artificial chaos that everybody hates. And thankfully, we don't really have to worry about that. But we will be trying to get a good amount of hero points. So I am going to run over here and grab the heal cannon weapon. Like so. Use the strafing ability to kind of line up my shots better. Just like that. Oh, please let me out. Alright, so now a little bit of a difference here in the out of into space area, which we can breathe in. Sonic logic, I guess. And I got a few more heals here. Oh, I did not get him. Thank you. Got one more movement here, and we're going to want to make sure we get this guy here. Good. And this guy here. That'll give us just enough points to not have to worry about going over. So bam, bam. I am practically full on hero meter. I will not be getting any more hero points until later on. So over here. Gonna zoom on by. And there's a guy over here I'm gonna kill. Eventually. Please die. Please die. Please, thank you. Those things are hard to aim. Alright, we're gonna make our way to here. I'm gonna pause and unpause real quick to let the stage kind of load in. For a category that depends on the in-game time, you do utilize some tricks like that to keep the timer not running when you could benefit from extra loading time. Xbox doesn't have to worry about that nearly as much, but we all agree the game, or if we didn't allow in-game timing for this category, the Xbox category would win every time because it is so much faster at loading between stages. It is kind of ridiculous. Okay, that is the last stage in the stage 5s. It is now time to run through the stage 6s. And there are exactly 6 stages remaining. We got the 5 main ending stages, and then we have the last stories, last way. Oh, thank you. So, for Gun Fortress, we're just gonna run through everything. Nothing really helps us here. Gonna run through here. I'm gonna be careful here because we do not have just a straightaway. They put like an acid river thing here, so safely get across that. Get some speed back up. Alright, so here's a fun trick. We're gonna use a spin dash high jump to skip this section here. Like so. And hopefully we can do a much more impressive one of those coming up soon. I'm gonna grab the shadow rifle because these Bigfoots are big, as their name implies, and I need to kill them fast to get their points fast. Alrighty, gotta get that guy. I can jump right past that air vent if I time my jump just right. Okay, here comes the more impressive jump. Can we do it? Can we do it? We did it! I believe Drum, you found that one out. Shoutouts to you if so. That's been very, very helpful. Okay, we're in Dark Shadow now, and I like to be in Dark Shadow here because I don't have to worry about these lasers, and I can just mash as fast as I want. Alright, let's see if I can get this. Ah, okay, if you time that just right, you can just zip through here like it's effortless. Alright, gotta take the shortcut here. I'm just shooting for fun, there's nothing to shoot at. Okay, and almost done. Got one more security section to go through here. I have a method of killing, or like maneuvering my way through here a certain way to get through each of the tunnels at the right time. Oh, please go! Alright, so this section here sucks. I just have to like hopscotch, I think it's the game that the children play. There's not really a faster way to do that without being shot down. And it makes me sad. If someone wants to figure that out, please. Okay, that's one more stage down. Okay, coming up next is the Black Comet. This stage was giving us a lot of trouble yesterday. Please don't this time. So, they block off our path that we utilized last run. So I'm going to use a different route where I heal these gun allies and get hero points that way. If I use the heal cannon while falling, I can keep my speed up without losing it all to making a shot with the heal cannon. You'll notice that he'll come to a complete standstill when he makes this shot. I drop that off, get the shadow rifle. And yeah, we'll just make our way through here as fast as possible. Please let me skip the elevator fast. Thank you. Look at that. That's a trick that you either get or you spend like 20 seconds on trying to get it. So this is working out pretty nicely. Okay, we have Chaos Control, so I'm going to make my way over to this loop. If I messed up that jump, that Chaos Control would have saved my butt. But I don't have to worry about it, because I did it right. And then we're going to make our way up here. This is like a new, faster route I haven't had a chance to learn for all this, and it's going to be pretty interesting when I get around to looking at that. I think it's more for the story mode, though, not so much for expert. I could be wrong there, though. Okay. Gonna make it past all that. None of that matters to us. I'm gonna get on this air saucer. They want you to go all the way around here, but you could just double jump with the saucer and you're done. Just like that. There's a way to get past this section without the saucer, but if you look at all that, no thank you. Okay, it's time to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now that we've counted to 10, we have a full hero meter, but the hero meter doesn't start until I get off of the air sockets, which is really nice because look at all that section I had to do. So we're gonna just zip through here as fast as we can. Oh, please. Okay, and now I need to make my way down here as fast as possible and as safely as possible and make it past this door really quick. Ah! So once I'm past this door, I can skip this entire section with the minimal amount of hero points as we saw there. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, that was scary. Alright, now we just have to basically run to the end. Nothing really left to do here. Alright, there's an acid river here, so I gotta get on the saucer. And up we go. Alright. Alright, we got 4 more stages. Next stage is going to take about 2-ish minutes, another for like another 3-ish minutes. Yeah, we might barely make estimate due to the weirdness that was happening on Circus Park. If I had to take a safe guess, it would probably be slightly over. Alright, we're just gonna zip on through here. Not gonna worry about any of these egg pawns for now. We're gonna wait till we get a better weapon to handle them. Use a spin dash jump, some triangle jump walking. Get over here. I'm gonna grab the egg vacuum. Egg vacuum's our friend here. I'm gonna do a spin dash jump here because lava. They decided to place egg pawns automatically shooting the generators that would normally trigger the dark endings. And yeah, there's just now lava everywhere. Thankfully we don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, looking good. There's a few more things here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Looking good. Now, unlike practice, please don't just fly into the lava in the section coming up here. I would really appreciate that. The section, the alternative is to go the slow way, and holy crap is it slow. Okay, here we go. I made it! 20 lives, jeez. Okay, please stop whatever that was. The hammer, please. Okay, I'm gonna skip all this. Please have enough to skip all this. Thank you. Oh my god, this takes forever to do. Okay. So I know a lot of you guys are Sonic fans, and you have a lot of Sonic streamers you subscribe to. If you have Chow emotes, now is the time. And it will all make sense very soon. Any second now. Yep. Please open the box. So there was an invisible platform there. It's It's very nice. Now in the way for everything. So if you're wondering what Cheese the Chow said there, it was good luck Shadow. And that was it. Okay, so I grabbed the satellite laser here, and we're going to try to use that to open a switch behind the key door without actually having to open up the key door. I have the keys to open up the key door, but the key door takes time to open up, and I don't got it. So yeah. Okay, got Chaos Orb. We gotta use Chaos Control soon. I'm gonna wait about here-ish, right about now. Okay. I got this really cool trick I want to show. Here we go. I do that, jump on this. Okay. That is how you do that fast. Ah! Oh no! There's nothing to save me. No. It was so good! Oh man. I got screwed over by not being completely still when I pressed the X button, because that's a thing that Sonic games do. Ugh. We'll do this next one a little more safe, because we're out of time. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to charge up fast enough to do that. Okay. Look at my over here. We are definitely stopped. I can definitely fly over here now. Yeah, if we made this a little bit further up, we would have been fine. Okay, so I lost my satellite laser, so I can't show that off, but you can see the switch I'm going to be hitting. Like that. And the satellite laser would have hit that switch just through the door, because thankfully they allowed that to be a thing. Okay. And now we have these light ring paths, and now just let us get to the end like really quick. Make our way over here. And hopefully there's no platforms in my way. Thank you. Sometimes the flying platforms here, they will be directly in the line of path of the rings, and you will be stopped. And there's a very little chance that you'll actually survive. Yeah, this is the computer room. Bingo. Or something like that. Uh-oh. Did I just lose the stream? No, we're good. Okay. The stream went dead on my end. For just making sure things are good for the marathon. No cuts in the stream for me outputting. Anyways. This is the final haunt. This is the purest of heroes mission. And we're just gonna get a bunch of hero points. Oh, I needed that guy. I will instead jump up here and get you. Okay. Make my way down here. There's gonna be one assassin right here. I missed him. That's fine. There's plenty more. One here and one here. Did I make one missed shot or two missed shots? I don't think it matters that much. The only thing I know is this next part coming up is kind of dumb, so I'm just gonna do a quick Chaos Control extension here. And okay, so this section here, these guys like to duplicate. So even though I shoot them, there's gonna be more of them all of a sudden. So I just got the 3 kills I needed. And away I go. I'm gonna play this one safe and do a a low triangle jump. You can do a nice spin dash jump there, but the last thing I need is to be taking more risks. This bomb you, making my way up here. Normally for a glitchless category we would be taking the other path, but they won't let us, so we gotta go this way. Okay, safety checkpoint, but don't die because I need these points. Thank you. Okay, you guys might have seen the clip. This is the spot. I'm hoping to get it. I haven't gotten it in forever. Here we go. Damn it. Someday, I will get that clip again. But today was not the day. Alright. Yep, we're running up against the estimate. But we got about another half a minute in this stage, and then it's like another 2 minutes in the next, so we'll be not too far off. I blame Circus Park for everything. Oh, that's right, I can't vacuum up all the enemies. Also, why am I even trying? Just run. Okay. Yep, no walls to worry about, I can just run straight. Okay. One final stage. The last story's stage. The last way. This stage is actually pretty fun when I'm doing my 100% no library runs. You can check that out on our category extension page or on my YouTube channel if you're curious what that entails. But for expert, we basically skip half of it immediately, and then we skip the last like third pretty quickly. So let's just show what that is. So I'm gonna make my way through here, past those guys. No. Give me the shadow rifle. Thank you. Okay, here's a key door. There's actually a gigantic hole on the top, but I found that it's actually more reliably faster to just wait for the key door. So we're just gonna keep going. If we were doing the 90% or no warps of this stage, we already be in chaos control and just zipping through everything. But I am not allowed to infinitely chaos control, so I need to just normally chaos control. Okay, let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, Mr. 10 needs to be down over here, because if I don't do this like near frame perfect, we are not gonna make it past this section right here. But we did. So now we just run to the end. Ah! They're everywhere. Ah! Alright, time's coming up. There it is. Time. Alright. So yeah, that is Shadow the Hedgehog Expert Mode. We had some technical difficulties in the game not loading in that one spot for the first time ever in my life, but besides that and some minor mistakes, I think we did pretty good. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more Shadow the Hedgehog speedrunning content, definitely give my Twitch channel a follow, twitch.tv/BlazinZzetti. It's like basically 3 times a week, pretty much every week, unless I'm on like vacation or something. And just Shadow the Hedgehog runs and nonsense. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.